Have you ever stood at your door, keys in hand, feeling like the weight of the world was pressing down on your shoulders? That morning when you know the day ahead is filled with challenges that seem bigger than your strength. I want to share with you the prayer that changed everything for me, and I believe it will transform your day too. This isn't just another prayer of the day. This is a conversation with the Almighty that opens doors, moves mountains, and turns ordinary moments into extraordinary victories. Lord, as I stand here at the threshold of this new day, I come before you not with perfect words, but with a heart that desperately needs your presence. You know the battles I'm about to face, the people I'll encounter, and the decisions that await me. Before I take even one step outside this door, I surrender this day completely into your mighty hands. Father, you see the anxiety that tries to creep into my thoughts as I think about that meeting today. You know how my stomach tightens when I consider the financial pressures waiting for me. But right here, right now, I declare that you are bigger than every challenge, stronger than every storm, and more faithful than every fear that attempts to shake my foundation. I remember how Abraham stepped out of his tent, not knowing where you were leading him, yet he trusted your voice. Today, as I step out of my home, I'm choosing to trust you the same way. Every footstep I take today will be guided by your wisdom. Every word I speak will be seasoned with your grace. Every decision I make will be filtered through your perfect will. God, I know that some people wake up feeling confident about their abilities, their connections, their resources, but I've learned something powerful. Those who put their trust in you never lack anything they truly need. As I prepare to face this day, I'm not depending on my education alone, not relying only on my experience, not trusting just in my network of friends. I'm leaning completely on you. You see that situation at work that's been keeping me awake. At night, the one where I feel like I'm walking on eggshells trying to please everyone while staying true to my values. Lord, give me the courage to stand firm in what is right. Help me to be a light in that environment, showing your love even when others choose to operate in darkness. There's something beautiful about starting each day with this prayer of the day. It reminds me that I'm not going out there alone. You've promised that your angels have charge over me to keep me in all my ways. As I drive through Lagos traffic today, as I navigate the busy streets of Abuja, as I go about my business in Port Harcourt or any corner of this great nation, your protection surrounds me like a shield. Father, I think about my children getting ready for school right now. Some of them are nervous about that exam they have to write. Others are dealing with peer pressure that seems to grow stronger each day. Lord, as they leave this house, let your favor go before them. Let them find friends who will encourage their faith, not tear it down. Give them wisdom to make good choices when I'm not there to guide them. My spouse is also preparing to face their own challenges today. You know the burden they carry, the dreams they're pursuing, the obstacles that sometimes make them feel like giving up. God, strengthen them today. Let them feel your presence in every moment. When they're tempted to compromise their integrity for a quick gain, remind them that you have better plans that don't require them to sacrifice their soul. I've learned that this prayer of the day isn't just about asking for things. It's about aligning my heart with yours. When I start my morning remembering who you are, everything else falls into perspective. That problem that seemed insurmountable last night suddenly looks different in the light of your greatness. That person who's been difficult to deal with becomes an opportunity to show your love in action. Lord, I confess that sometimes I've tried to face my days in my own strength. I've rushed out of this house with barely a thought about you, thinking I could handle whatever came my way. But those were the days when everything seemed to go wrong. The days when small problems became big crises. The days when I felt frustrated, overwhelmed, and alone. But today is different. Today I'm starting with this prayer, acknowledging that without you I can do nothing, but with you all things are possible. You are the same God who parted the Red Sea, who brought down the walls of Jericho, who raised Lazarus from the dead. If you can do all of that, you can certainly handle whatever this day brings my way. As I think about the people I'll meet today, help me to see them through your eyes. That security guard at the office who always looks tired, let me remember to greet him with genuine kindness. The bus conductor who seems frustrated with life, give me patience to treat him with respect. The colleague who's been gossiping about others, help me to respond with wisdom, not joining in conversations that tear people down. You know how much I need your wisdom in my business dealings today. There are decisions to make that could affect my family's future. There are partnerships to consider, investments to evaluate, opportunities that could be either blessings or traps. Lord, give me discernment to know the difference. Help me to recognize your voice among all the other voices that will try to influence my choices. I'm reminded of Solomon, who could have asked for anything when you appeared to him in a dream, but he asked for wisdom to govern well. Today I'm making the same request, not for riches that might corrupt my heart, not for fame that might make me proud, but for wisdom to navigate this day in a way that honors you and blesses others. There's a peace that comes from knowing you're in control of every detail. That phone call I'm dreading, you already know how it will go. That difficult conversation I need to have, you've already prepared the words I'll need. That financial miracle I've been praying for, you know the exact timing when it should manifest in my life. Have you ever noticed how differently your day goes when you start with prayer? When you begin by acknowledging God's sovereignty over every situation, there's a confidence that comes not from arrogance, but from knowing you're walking in divine favor. There's a calm that surpasses understanding. Even when circumstances around you seem chaotic, God, I think about my parents, who may be facing health challenges or financial difficulties. Some of them didn't have the educational opportunities I've had, but they taught me the most important lesson of all, how to trust in you. As I go about my day today, let me honor their sacrifices by living with integrity. Let me make choices that would make them proud, but more importantly, choices that please you. This prayer of the day is also for my neighbors, my community, my nation. Nigeria is a country with so much potential, so many talented people, so much natural wealth. Yet we face challenges that sometimes seem overwhelming: corruption, division, economic struggles, security issues. But I believe you have a plan for this nation that's bigger than our problems. Use me today as an instrument of positive change, even if it's just in small ways. Lord, I pray for our leaders, from the local government chairman to the president himself. Give them wisdom to make decisions that will benefit all Nigerians, not just their inner circle. Help them to remember that leadership is service, not an opportunity for personal enrichment. May integrity be restored to our political system, and may your righteousness flow like a river through every level of government. As I prepare to drive to work today, I commit my journey into your hands. You know the traffic situation in our cities. You see the impatient drivers, the reckless Okada riders, the overloaded commercial vehicles. Keep me alert and patient. Help me to be a courteous driver, one who reflects your character even in traffic. If there's an accident or breakdown along my route, give me a heart to help if I can, or at least to pray for those involved. There's something powerful about declaring your goodness before the day even begins. Before I face any challenges, I'm already testifying to your faithfulness. Before any problems arise, I'm already celebrating your solutions. This isn't positive thinking or psychological manipulation. This is faith in action, trusting in promises you've already made and kept throughout history. Father, I think about the young people in our communities who are struggling to find their way in life. University graduates who can't find jobs despite their qualifications. Talented youths who are tempted to take shortcuts that could destroy their future. Teenagers who are pressured to engage in behaviors that go against their upbringing. Let me be a positive influence wherever I go today, showing them that it's possible to succeed while maintaining your values. You know the financial pressures many families are facing today. The cost of food keeps rising, school fees are becoming more expensive, and salaries aren't keeping pace with inflation. But you are Jehovah Jireh, our provider. You fed 5,000 with a boy's lunch. You supplied water from a rock. You made oil and flour last through a famine. Today, I trust you to provide for every legitimate need my family has. This prayer of the day reminds me that every blessing I have came from your hand. My education, my job, my family, my health, my home, none of it is by accident. All of it is evidence of your grace and favor in my life. As I enjoy these blessings today, help me to remember that they come with responsibility to use them in ways that glorify you and serve others. I pray for the businesses I'll interact with today, the small shop owners trying to make an honest living, the market women working hard to feed their families, the artisans using their skills to create value. Bless their efforts, Lord. Multiply their resources. Protect them from those who would exploit their hard work. Help our economy to grow in ways that benefit everyone, not just the wealthy few. Sometimes I wonder what would happen if every Christian in Nigeria started their day with this kind of prayer. If we all stepped out of our homes each morning with a conscious awareness of your presence, your power, and your purposes for our lives, I believe we would see transformation not just in individual families, but in entire communities, states, and our nation as a whole. God, help me to be patient with people today who may not understand my faith. In a country where different religions sometimes clash, let me be a peacemaker. When discussions turn to religious or ethnic differences, give me wisdom to speak words that unite rather than divide. Help me to show that true Christianity is about love, not superiority, about service, not domination. As I think about the work I'll do today, I want it to be more than just a means to earn money. Let it be a form of worship, an expression of the talents and abilities you've given me. Whether I'm teaching students, treating patients, building construction projects, writing reports, or running a business, may excellence be my standard, because I'm working ultimately for you, not just for human approval. If this prayer of the day is touching your heart right now, if you can feel God's presence even as you listen to these words, would you take a moment to show your appreciation? Leave a like on this video so that this message can reach more people who need to hear it. Sometimes a simple click can be the difference between someone having a terrible day or a victorious day. There are moments when I feel like David facing Goliath, small, inadequate, outmatched by the giants in front of me. But just like David, I'm not going out there empty-handed. I'm going with the name of the Lord of hosts, with the knowledge that the battle belongs to you. Every giant I face today is an opportunity for you to show your power, not just to me, but to everyone who's watching my life. Lord, I pray for those who may try to oppose me today, whether through jealousy, misunderstanding, or personal agenda. Instead of responding with anger or revenge, help me to bless them. Let my success be a testimony that doesn't boast against anyone, but points everyone to your goodness. When they see how you favor me, may they be drawn to seek you for themselves. I'm thinking about the elderly people in my community who may not have family members to care for them properly. Some of them contributed so much to building this nation in their younger years, but now they feel forgotten. If I encounter any of them today, remind me to show respect and kindness. Let me see them as repositories of wisdom, not as burdens to society. This prayer of the day is changing my perspective on everything I'm about to face. That difficult client who always complains isn't just an annoyance. They're someone who needs to see your patience and grace in action. That broken air conditioner in the office isn't just an inconvenience. It's an opportunity to practice contentment in all circumstances. That delayed salary isn't just a financial problem. It's a chance to trust your timing and provision. Father, I confess that I don't understand everything about your ways. There are prayers I've been praying for years that haven't been answered the way I expected. There are dreams I've had that seem farther away today than they did 5 years ago. But I choose to trust that your timing is perfect, your plans are good, and your love for me never fails. As I interact with my colleagues today, help me to be genuinely interested in their lives, not just focused on my own agenda. Let me listen when they share their struggles, encourage them when they feel discouraged, and celebrate with them when they achieve success. May they see you working through me in practical ways that make their own lives better. I think about the women in our society who face additional challenges simply because of their gender. The single mothers trying to raise children alone, the wives dealing with difficult marriages, the young women in schools or workplaces where they're not treated with proper respect. Lord, use me to be an advocate for justice and respect wherever I go today. There's power in praying this prayer of the day because it connects me to the source of all strength, all wisdom, all provision. It reminds me that I'm not just another person trying to survive another day. I'm a child of the King, beloved by the Creator of the universe, empowered by the Holy Spirit to make a positive difference wherever I go. God, I pray for the ministers and church leaders who will stand before congregations this week. Give them fresh revelation from your word. Protect them from discouragement when growth seems slow or when criticism comes from unexpected sources. Help them to shepherd your people with hearts full of love, not just duty or ambition for recognition. As I handle money today, whether receiving payment, making purchases, or discussing financial matters, help me to remember that everything belongs to you. Give me integrity in every transaction. Protect me from the temptation to cut corners or engage in any form of corruption. Let my financial dealings be a testimony to your principles of honesty and fairness. There are young couples in our communities who are struggling in their marriages, perhaps because they didn't have good examples to follow, or because economic pressure is putting stress on their relationship. If I encounter any of them today, give me wisdom to offer encouragement without being intrusive. Help me to model what a godly marriage looks like through my own actions and words. This prayer of the day isn't just preparation for today, it's training for a lifetime of depending on you. Every morning when I commit my day to you like this, I'm developing a habit that will serve me well through every season of life. Whether I face promotion or disappointment, health or sickness, abundance or scarcity, this foundation of trust will keep me steady. Lord, I think about the creativity and innovation that you've placed within Nigerian people. We have writers, musicians, artists, inventors, entrepreneurs who could contribute so much to the world if given the right opportunities. Today, if I meet any creative person who feels discouraged about their calling, help me to speak words of life and hope. Remind them that their gifts came from you and have purpose. As this day unfolds, I know there will be moments when I'll need to make quick decisions. In those moments, let your wisdom flow through me naturally. I don't want to spend time second-guessing myself because I've already committed this day to you. Whatever decisions I make today, let them align with your will and bring glory to your name. I'm grateful for the technology that allows us to share this prayer of the day with people across Nigeria and beyond. In a world where social media is often used to spread negativity, division, and false information, thank you for platforms that can carry messages of hope, faith, and encouragement. May this prayer reach someone who desperately needs to hear it today. Father, as I prepare to close this time of prayer and step into my day, I want to thank you in advance for everything you're going to do. Thank you for the opportunities you'll provide, the people you'll connect me with, the problems you'll help me solve, and the victories you'll give me. Most of all, thank you for your presence that will never leave me nor forsake me. Thank you for listening to my heart this morning. Thank you for caring about every detail of my life, from the biggest decisions to the smallest concerns. Thank you for loving me unconditionally and for having plans for my future that are filled with hope. I go out now in confidence, knowing that this day belongs to you and that you will make it beautiful in your time. I want to thank you for taking time to pray along with me this morning. There's something beautiful that happens when believers come together, even if we're in different locations, and unite our hearts before God. If this prayer touched your life today, I encourage you to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss future prayers and encouragements. What specific area of your life are you trusting God with today? I'd love to read your comments and pray for you personally. Sometimes sharing our needs with fellow believers opens the door for miracles we never expected. Before you go about your day, take a moment to watch the next video I've prepared for you. It's a powerful message about walking in divine favor that will strengthen your faith even more. Remember, you're not just living another ordinary day, you're walking in the extraordinary grace of Almighty God.